My presentation is over the effects of being in the military, going to war, and what comes after that we have to learn on our own individual basis how to deal with. This is a picture of my family that's all served in different times of the military. Here's a picture that I still see today, in which I have a copy of a poster that was very loud and had a lot of emotion behind it because of the strong man in the picture, nice uniform, broad chest, chiseled chin, looking strong. But this is what I got when I joined the Marine Corps. Wasn't that I had to earn it. And so 13 weeks of fingers in my face, getting yelled at, pushing my body beyond physical limits that I even knew that I could do, is what I had to endure at first. Physical trainings of just like this, crawling underneath barbed wire with my rifle in full gear, in the dirt, screaming and hollering, communicating with guys next to me, telling them what to do next and how to progress in the trainings that we had to do. Along with that, I learned a very valuable tradition that's instilled in the Marine Corps. As a Marine, we uphold the Marine Corps birthday to a very high standard due to the fact of it symbolizes where we came from and what we've gone through and where we actually physically came from up until now. And that is established. And established with that, we have the tattoos to come with it of our moto tats, our showing of what branch we were in and why we were in it and why we're so proud to have it tattooed on us. This one here is more vivid than others. It's quite colorful and it's an American style classic tattoo. Here's another thing that we hold very dear to us is the history of our uniforms, of where they started and the weaponry that came with it. The only thing that has practically stayed the same is the sword, and there is two different swords that we have. Now, the ranking system also has changed slightly. This is the new style that's been established for quite some time. I achieved the rank of sergeant while I was in, which is the rank that we consider that runs the Marine Corps, which is also considered the best rank in the Marine Corps. Here is the other side of the ranking system, which is the officer ranking structure, which you have to have a commission as well as a college education, and you start out at a second lieutenant, then first captain, major, lieutenant colonel, colonel, brigadier general, major general, lieutenant general, and then general. Now, war is something that comes along with being in the military, and this is one thing I was definitely not prepared for mentally or physically on a certain level. But I do have 3 tours underneath my belt. Iraq twice and Afghanistan once. Now this picture here is taken in Afghanistan. I was not expecting of the habits that come with war, and one of them is presented right here in this picture, and I'm not proud of it, and so it's something I had to learn how to break and get rid of, and that is smoking. Now this here is a ribbon stack that I achieved in the awards that I had received while being in service. From receiving a Purple Heart to Navy Combat Valor, a Gold Star on my combat action ribbon, overseas 3 times, 2 tours to Iraq, 1 to Afghanistan. This here was put up in my hometown for the veterans of each branch that has gone or is still in, that had just gotten out of the military. This was a memorial that was built for them, and so it holds high value in my heart and also in my town. Here is a wall that is painted on to one of the walls in our battalion of every service member that has received the Purple Heart and or has been killed in the line of action for this country in Iraq or in Afghanistan. Now, with that comes an issue of something that I wasn't prepared for, and that was this. I knew that getting the Purple Heart, you got wounded in action, but this is a picture of myself, and still to this day, receiving the Purple Heart was something that was hard for me because of how I ended up getting it and the guys that I lost. Now, the symptom of being wounded in action and seeing the stuff that I had seen was PTSD, and that is something that this presentation is for, is so that bringing it to light that it is something that can't be fixed immediately, nor something that has a cure. Doctors think that, oh, just give you medications that can alter it or suppress it is not the key. And I've had to learn the hard way several times until I figured out how to control it to the best of my knowledge without having to take a sorted amount of pills that were ungodly. And that happened because it wasn't right, and the places that I ended up were in jail due to it. And I've learned from it, and I've become a better man for it, and helping others along the way get away from this situation and figure it out their own way. And with that, I learned that meditation and sleep play along with each other, and then eating right and exercising helps with the brain function and the body being able to adapt to its new situations that it's enrolled with, and with that it gives you a better heart. And so with that, here's an end picture of what I look like now, of having to put in hard work and proper nutrition and exercise and meditation and getting plenty of sleep has allowed me to become a better person.